My question is, what does the Italian short film festival field need to be bigger, more? Please present your festival, and then we discuss.
Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Mauro. I'm from Cagliari. We have a small festival in Cagliari and in other cities in Italy, in Europe too. Our mission is to spread the new languages. Short movies are new languages, and we must help the diffusion of the point of view of filmmakers and is to break down the wall that divide the audience, and the reason that help the filmmakers to think their project and their point of view that are the same in all over the world. Okay, and the energy of the festival, I think that we could individuare. We could we could focus on some keywords that is to share our experience and to help all this person to have un confronto. Okay. Yes. Yes. And we have the 9th edition this year. A lot of people that come in Cagliari and see and live in our festival come back every year and ask to us to participate to other festival, because this is the real focus of our job, and our cultural association have this mission. Okay. And I think that we have to work together with whole the areas in regarding short movies to be a really industry, okay? Because the people that don't know our languages, how you have to explain your messages, have to understand that the real life is not only in the biggest companies and the biggest festival, but our small festival, I think it's really important for all the markets.
Thank you. I'll call Enrico Vannucci, who is a freelance programmer, and he's Italian, but he almost lives in the festival, in the European Film Festival network. So he knows maybe better the international film festivals than the Italian film festival. Please come. No, stay. There's still one place. I think. Can you? And I make again my question. Enrico, what does the Italian short film festival field need to increase the quality of the events and
money?
He's also the short film programmer for the Torino Short Film Market.
Money first, and collaboration. I think there are way too many festivals in Italy. It's a discussion that we were having last night with programmers from other festivals, the ones that were here for these days. And everybody was like really shocked to know that there are 250 more festivals in Italy, or like short film festivals, or festivals that screen short films as a prominent section. And we were like, how can that be possible? I mean, like, where are the resources to make such an enormous number of festivals? And the fact is, there are no resources, basically, because and this is the downside of his job, is that it's not a job. And that's not fair. Talking from a point of view of somebody that tries to make this as a job, and so as his principal job, like, try to make a living. For that reason, I think that the collaboration would be better. I mean, before you were talking about this idea of like promoting the films around, and in my opinion, it would be better that we had less festivals, but more collaboration between people that want to make festivals, and the ideal states would say would be to have one major festival in each region, or depending on the region, like two, how big they are. Of course, Molise is really small, but Lombardy is quite big. So in order to have a hub that can connect people there, also like people from abroad or people from other festivals in Italy, and then having this tour during the year, even as a way to monetize your festival. Because another thing is that the vast majority of festivals are for free, and that's not fair, because it's culture, and it's not fair that people are not paid, and it's not fair that people don't want to pay for watching films. I mean, you pay 8 euros to get into a cinema to watch a feature film. Why you can pay 5 euros to go and watch a screening of show films, or 20 euros for an accreditation that allows you to have 5 days free or more of access to the cinema? It's like, it's fair. You're not stealing money from anybody. And if the programming is good, then it means that you have the time to create an audience, of course, over the year. And moreover, I guess that another issue is that I mean, what I've seen from Italian scene is like really this. I mean, we are like really campanilistici still. I don't know how to say it in English, of course. Yeah, local referred. Yes. Yeah, and parochialism, and that's not good. I mean, like it's. I mean, I don't want to feel like. I mean, I do not have a solution, of course. I'm not saying we must do this. It's just my opinion. So I mean, I might be wrong. I'm not saying this is like what we have to do, but and this is the truth. But in my opinion, it's like, let's collaborate more. Let's try to create hubs and also put those hubs in a different time, like so just to spread out during the year, not be concentrated. But this is an issue about the festival circuit in general, even the international one. And in that sense, they must become more an attractive point, an attractive hub for international guests as well.
A hot question. What's the opinion abroad, I mean in Europe at least, on the Italian short film festivals? Is there an opinion, or?
We were discussing that last night as well, and no, I'm sorry to say that. I mean, like I don't want to be the whole, as our like symbol, the black one, but or the black sheep, but that shits on the Italian scene, because I mean, like I'm Italian, I love Italy, and I would like us to, you know, be better in a way, or be more recognized. I don't know how to say, but nobody think that there is a short film festival in Italy that it's interesting to go from abroad. I mean, where they can come see the you know, really good short films and bring those back to their own countries. I mean, like there is no hub for that. Oi, hello. Sorry, we haven't seen each other for a while. No, well, anyway. So for that reason, I mean, like, I was talking yesterday with Daniel Abner, and he was like, oh, I mean, for me, it's just Venice that does that. Well, it's interesting to find some films, and also Venice is like an international festival that has a really small selection, and again, that became interesting when it was part of my job to push the films to the festivals abroad. So but you have like one Italian or two or three at most, like this year, Italian short films that are selected. So I'm pushing international shorts and 2 or 3 Italian shorts, but it's not enough as Italian scene. So for the producer, for the the filmmakers. So in that sense, again, collaboration would be nice. Also to concentrate the money from the region, like in my region, like I'm from Emilia-Romagna, and we have a lot of festivals. There are good festivals. I'm not saying they're not, but I mean, in that sense, there are too many. I mean, if you take, I don't know, 10, 15,000 from the region each, it's nothing. If only one festival will take 15,000 euros from the region, that's a good starting point then to find other festivals. Then of course it's like, I don't know, of course you should renounce to, do it in your city, but you can also think about, okay, one year we do it in one city, one day we do it in another city, like for instance, Nordisk Panorama, when it started, many years ago now, they started with this idea of having each edition in a different Nordic country. So Norway, Sweden, Denmark, and so on. And then now in the last few years, we are just based in Malmo because the city of Malmo said, okay, this is a good hub, we give you a lot of money, so you stay here. Why not? But on the other hand, even though you choose one city, but not, that doesn't have to be, it can be also a small one, then you can also tour during the year. You have 12 months to tour all around the shorts and the program that you do and ask, and also trying to earn a little bit from the tickets. So, I mean, that's my idea.
Are there other festivals and representatives of other festivals? Joana, you want to speak? You are also from Emilia-Romagna, Sedicicorto.
Thanks,
Be
Enrico.
careful, Enrico.
More people here than no.
You're right.
If you want to join us, the other festivals, I mean.
Hi, everybody. I don't know. I don't want to do a presentation of Sedicicorto. Perhaps we submit our festival to Pitch Your Fest next year, and we hope to be selected. We are just some numbers. We have made our 15th edition this year. Every year we received more or less 5,000 submissions abroad the world, and we have a selection about 2,050, 2,080 shorts every year, divided in 8 sections. I think that this discussion was interesting, but above all the previously discussion, because it's amazing the idea that normally the industrial short film sector have of festivals. So and also because it's the same idea that sometimes institutions have. So we have to be in distributors, producers, promotional, and we have to make all the job sectors, but it's impossible for us. Also because I know that one of the problems is that the funds arrives only after the production, but the same arrives for festivals. So, for example, we have ended our edition on the half of October, and more or less the 80% of the budget we will receive on next year. So it means that all the edition will made on debt. And this it means that it's very difficult to a festival organization or association programming also their future. More of this, I had also some perhaps borrowed dates, but I think that are useful for our discussion. In fund aspect, in the short sector, for the short sector, we are talking about the 4% of general funds for promotion in a ministerial and stating way. So we are talking about more or less nothing. Okay. I think that the real financial institution for festival in last years were above all film commissions, regional film commissions, and local and regional institutions. I mean, this is surely our experience. I'm from Emilia-Romagna. We had a really good film commission, and in last years the region was really involved in promoting short films. Also because we have the chance that we have some filmmakers, some real good filmmakers in our region.
Joana, I called you also because we are talking about networking, collaboration. You have a network in the region, first of all, and Sedicicorto is one of the short film festivals that move to other,
not only
to other short film festivals in Europe.
Before you are asking about cooperation between festivals about the world. In Europe, etc. And this was since the beginning one of Sedicicorto missions. I mean, every year we try to organize a festival section with other international festivals. For example, this year we had an animation section, a focus. Organized with Estonian POF Film Festival and with Vienna Short Film Festival. For us it's important for two reasons. One, we need to understand and know other festivals' strategy and quality, etc. But we need also to make what Enrico said before. We had the opportunity as festival to promote filmmakers. This is our mission. Our mission is promote filmmakers. Promote the Italian quality, but above all, give opportunities to our filmmakers. And with international partnerships with other short film festivals is the only solution in which you can do it, I think. And we made, and yeah, we travel.
Can I say something?
Paola has a question.
Yeah, no, I was interested. I was talking to Anne from Clermont, Ferrand Film Festival. And this year we had one Italian film in competition only. She said something interesting. They get like 8,000, 9,000 films every year submitted. And she said that there are a lot of good Italian films, but they have to make a choice, you know, with the other films that are been submitted. So they could do, the idea could do a short list, for example, of those films who could be good enough to be in the competition, even in Clermont, but they couldn't make it for different kind of consideration. And I think a lot of Italian films end up in that part of submissions.
Yeah, but
so what can we do to make them step up?
No, but I have a provocatory question.
Sorry, I want to add this. Also, Heinz Hermans from Interfilm told me the same thing, almost the same thing. He loves Italy, but almost the same thing from Heinz Hermans. Interfilm is current nowadays is in Berlin. He told me that almost the same thing.
Yeah, but I have perhaps a provocatoria. Sorry.
As a provocation.
Provocation, yeah. As the promotion to other selection, our job, our festival job. I mean, I don't think that is Sedicicorto or Molise Cinema or Cortinametraggio the responsibility if Italian films doesn't be selected in international film festivals.
No, but you were saying that we should promote our filmmakers.
We have to promote, but we have to promote, but the only way in which we can do it is to inviting international film festivals to see our selections and do the same with their filmmakers. So going to there, but I'm not able as festival to guarantee to a filmmaker a selection, an international selection. It's not my job as a programmer.
No, and talking with Enrico, I know you have this thing, and I know Jacopo to believe that there are too many festivals in Italy. Probably there are 200. Italy it's a long country. It's a 60 million inhabitants, and they are spread all over the places. If you want to have cinema, not only on television, but in theaters, you have to promote cinema everywhere. So I know that the funds are not there to do that in a way we are doing it now, but you still we do not have people coming from 200 kilometers only for one festival every time. You have to get to you have to reach a wider audience, because that's the audience who go to festivals anyway. You need...
May I add that in some southern region, like Calabria, Sicily, in Sardinia too maybe, but Sardinia web of festivals is increasing their power and capacity and quality, absolutely. I speak not only about short film festival, also more generalistic festival, but some part of Italy, especially center, south, is the only possibility to watch films, short, documentary films, there are short documentaries, another field, maybe open air sometimes, because we are a country like that. And I think the closed number or some sort of selection could be made only from the success, or maybe sometimes the money or the assessor on the municipality, or okay, it's our destiny. We are like that. We are from west to east, we are from north to south. Italy is in the middle of the Mediterranean area, and you know that. So I mean that maybe it's the only way to not educate it, to show to young people who, with their devices, with the web, with Instagram, with YouTube, with everything, they are used to short stories or no stories, but they are not used to short film, to idea of short film. So maybe many festivals, too many, yes, but it's impossible to make a selection without the destiny selection, I guess, if I can say.
Okay, I try to make a counterexample, which is Germany. Germany is a country which is based on several states. It's a federal state, okay, and they don't have as many short film festivals as we have, but they have at least 4 or 5 festivals that are really strong and are very important for the industry, or call it like the circuit, let's say, and some of them also for the audience. Like Oberhausen is a historical festival. Nobody from the city goes to the cinema. Nobody. It's just audience. All the audience is the filmmakers and the professionals that fly to Oberhausen to watch the films. But they have a really specific programming, which is like really art house cinema, and then they have like hundreds of people flying from all over Europe and more. Then there is Berlinale, of course. Then there is Hamburg, which is again the screening number are really kind of like, they don't have many local audience, but there is a lot of people from industry. Dresden, by the way, instead it's like a local audience festival and people from the industry going there. Regensburg, the same, and Interfilm is the same. So we have these kind of festivals. There are short film festivals that are on the map. Then we have like smaller ones like Jena that we presented the other day, which is a student film festival that has a different scope, and it's less industry but very much for the audience. All these festivals, they organize tour around Germany and Europe during the summer, during the winter, and so on, in order to get money from that and in order to show them. I mean, like, for instance, like they go to even other parts of Germany. So what I mean is, like, if you're a festival from, I don't know, even a small town from Brescia, but you become, you know, an important hub. You can go to Calabria, you can go to Molise, you can go to Puglia, you can go to Trentino, Alto Adige, wherever you want to show your film. Once you have set up, like, or you can just tour your region. I mean, what I mean is, like, is if we continue to use the not large amount of money that Joana said, and she's totally right, to split it from so many festivals, it doesn't make sense. That's the factor of reality. I mean, like, in order to do this, we need money. In order to invite people, we need money. That's it. I mean, like, of course. And in order, if we want to be professionals, I know that there always been this double with culture. It's like all cultures must be free, because you must, reach as most people as possible, which is true. But on the other hand, it must be a business, in a way, because I mean, like, cinema is both culture, but also business. I mean, like, a feature film can cost like millions of euros, and it doesn't make sense if you spend millions of euros and then you have like earn like 50,000, something like that, at the box office. Doesn't make sense. That's it.
Can I add something? I'm quite agree with Enrico said. Theoretically, I'm agree with the fact that we are in Italy too many festivals, but theoretically in the new cinema law, they tried theoretically to underline, to summarize the more important festivals. We had the iconic 7 tab, but the problem is that it's also difficult to festivals to understand which are the criteria, because for example, they have made the 7 tab with, I suppose, last time to do it, someone do the table, but if you'll go to the graduation of the funds, too many festivals present in this table don't be financed. So I don't be founded. So I don't understand which is the rating, the use. So this tab is not useful. Perhaps it's true. I agree. We had to put some mandatory criteria for festivals. Days of screenings, numbers of screenings, as media done. I mean, European Union with media financials made this. You have to be selected for funds. You have to respect some criteria, and perhaps we had one of the jobs that we have to do with institutions is to mark this difference between festivals.
What I think about now that, I mean, also you said before, it's about one of the big issues is also the money, and that few amount of money that the public funds to festivals. The way the money are allocated to festivals and are like transferred to festivals is totally wrong. I mean, you can't pay like the year after or 2 years after the event. That's not possible. Or just to know from the ministry that in October maybe you will know the results for the current year. That's totally absurd thing, and that's something that at European level doesn't exist. You know the year before how much money will be allocated, so you know your budget, you know more or less. I mean, of course, I mean, but for the public funds, you know your budget, how much you will have, and you have an open call which is for like 2 years in advance, 1 year in advance, and you know that for 2019 now they know how much money we'll get from that.
We have a deadline that changes every day.
Exactly.
At times it be in July, at the time in December, at times is for the previously edition, next year was for the next edition. So also for us to organize and program is very difficult.
Let me speak as a journalist. It's becoming the useful but usual psychodrama of Italian festivals. Riga, depends of this kind of law never applied, never executed, never implemented. Sorry, great word. During the last 2 years, we are everybody as a journalist and a festival programmer, you as a pro specialist in festivals, in a short festival, we are all still discussing about what's happening. Our time is expanded. It's a sort of back to the future without future. I don't know why. This is Italy, and what I'm saying, we say the same thing from 2 different point of views. I think. Because it's impossible to have a classification or have a process of financing like in Germany, because they started like that, they started in a different way, they are continuing. We don't speak about French situation, because every time in Italy we say, la France. No, stop that. So I want to say just one more thing. The system of Italian classification, even in new law, for financing the festival is like in football championship. We have a Premiership, Championship, First Division, and whatever, all together. And there are 4 or 5 festivals, maybe a part of Turin, a part of Venice, obviously, and some. Yeah. No, I'm coming to Gifone, please. Don't stop me. I'm coming to Gifone. There are a part of Venice, Turin, and maybe 1 or 2 other very important historical festivals. There are 3 or 4, I can say, festival, kermesse situation. Gifone is a great festival, we have to say. But nevertheless, they are guaranteed. Every year, they know what they are going to receive. And much money. There are in Capri and Ischia 2 situations I won't tell about. Every year the same amount, or they increase. So all the festivals, short film festival, documentary film festival like Molise and Trieste, with shorts based but with other section, all in the same classification. You can't have a sort of Cristiano Ronaldo on the top without being Cristiano Ronaldo in this field. And you have Lionel Messi down, being Lionel Messi sometimes. There is profound injustice about this. And this new kind of law has some good things, but we still waiting as journalists, as programmers, as directors, whatever, distributors, producers, directors, waiting for something. In Italy, we live always waiting for something, I think.
Can I?
Yeah, sorry, but
okay.
I wanted to suggest something.
Just please, Vincenzo, it's last 5 minutes because we have to leave the room. Yeah, please.
Okay, no, I just want to add that, of course, I agree. It is the same situation that Virginia said before about the production. So, to sum up of the, we should unite and ask for more to the ministry, first of all, ask for change the rules, ask for more money, because I think there is more reason to finance the short film sector than, for example, to finance the feature films of the 4th or the 5th feature films of an old director. And so there is more reason to invest in the future than in the past. So I think that it should be made a political battle to have because
to involve the theatrical exhibitors, because that would be to involve in this process.
In the next roundtable, I think.
No, not just in the meeting.
In the discussion, you mean?
If
Okay.
we are to do something, can we get all the players? Because they are important.
I think that we have another interested question, issue now. That is, we are part of some national associations But I think that, and perhaps I suggest to you and all the festivals that participate today, we have a problem. We don't have a short film association. We have a national film association, different ones, that collect together future film festivals and short film festival. I think that we need now, in this situation, we need also specifically short film festival association.
So after
and I propose to Jacopo Chessa to be the president, first president of
way.
He's the owner. It's not the president, it's the owner of Centro Nazionale del Cortometraggio.
No fucking way.
You run for president of this brand new association with set in Rimini, maybe, or whatever.
In Rimini.
In Rimini and Forlì.
After the Distributors Association, the Short Film Festival Association. So, are there questions from the audience? Nothing?
It's useless questions to Italian people sometimes. It's useless.
Okay, and luckily we have to leave this room because the circle has to close. Thank you everybody for coming. Thank you for these 4 days that were amazing for me. I hope also for you. And see you next year. Grazie di essere venuti.
So I have to say one big applause for these people from the organization. As a journalist and critic, I want to say they are really something. And, hélas, they are from Piemonte. Ay, ay, ay.